guys, welcome to the podcast. It's Nina. I am by myself for a kind of Sunday state of the show, if you will. You've heard of State of the Union. Every Sunday I'm just going to hop on the mic and record a quick podcast to let you guys know what's coming up in the week in terms of what we're publishing, what we're recording, and anything else I think you might need to know. So the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that the website is up and running. It's not the site that we had before. So if you were listening to the podcast and reading our reviews back when Project Fandom was up and running pretty heavily, then you know what the site looked like. You know what we covered, all the categories that were on there. You know, we were covering conventions and video games and comic books and graphic novels and books and movies and TV shows and anime. So it was a lot of everything. And we had scaled back because I went back to school, and then it just became podcasting, no reviewing, because that was something that I could actually still manage while I was in school. And it makes me a little sad. The content that we created back then, it still exists. It's just not available online yet. I do plan on putting that up and having it available, because myself and everybody who contributed to the site over the years put a lot of hard work into it, and it was good content. It was our very well written, if I do say so myself, thoughts and feelings on, a lot of the media that we have been consuming over the years. And it makes me really sad that people can't access that anymore. So it will definitely return. But for right now, I needed to have a site up and running for the podcast itself, as a way to one central location that I could control, because I can't control Patreon, one central location that I can control to communicate to you guys what we're doing in terms of reviews and the podcast and anything else that we have coming up. We're going to start some video content pretty soon, and again, I just felt like I needed a better place, my own place for this stuff to live. So I needed it quickly. So the website that's up doesn't have a ton of bells and whistles like you might be used to. Definitely, structurally, it's pretty similar to what we had before. But again, there's just not a lot of stuff on the site. Because it's a baby site for now, it just has our most recent podcast, but it's up. And I'm super proud of it. So check it out when you have a moment, projectfandom.com. I need to work on a couple of the landing pages, simply because I'm not 100% sure what I want them to look like and the purpose that I kind of want them to serve. So what I should say right now is that they are set up as landing pages. I need to put some work into them and some thought into them. So if you poke around there, you won't really see anything, but the homepage has everything that we have recently published. It'll take you right to it, which will link you to either where you can listen to it on Patreon or for free, depending on what type of podcast it is. But my favorite thing so far is the schedule. So if you go to projectfandom.com, click on schedule at the top, it'll take you to a calendar of the current month, and it shows which shows we're publishing on which days, and it is denoted whether or not the show is premium or free. And further subdivided in premium is premium subscribers and time travel subscribers, which get stuff in some cases a full week earlier than everyone else, in some cases a few days earlier. Premium always gets stuff a few days before free. Okay. So yeah, the schedule is there. All the shows are color coded. As you'll see when you go look, or if you're looking right now while you're listening to me, you should be. If you pull it up right now, you'll see August is fucking packed. Like, I'm recording this on Sunday the 7th, and I got to get that Spy Family podcast out. But then, like, starting tomorrow on, it's just like nonstop. I don't think there's a blank day on the schedule in August. And so what are those shows? Well, let's talk about it. So Kaylee and I, on the K-drama front, we are covering Tomorrow, which is really good. And we just finished Inspector Ku, which we loved. It's Kaylee's favorite K-drama. Donnie and I covered Money Heist Korea. We're currently covering The Sandman, a Netflix original series. Really digging it. John, Donnie, and myself are covering Paper Girls over on Amazon Prime. Also really enjoying that. And me and Donnie are covering the 3rd season of Umbrella Academy. Paper Girls is free, although it does go up on Patreon a few days earlier for our premium folks. And as it stands right now, I think I have The Sandman as free as well, but I feel like that might have been a mistake. Like I'm trying to balance. That's another thing. I'm trying to keep a nice equal amount of free content and paid stuff. And so I gotta go over my list again. I think I miscalculated. Sorry about that. But again, changes are made in real time on this schedule. So if at any time you're like, oh, what podcast is supposed to come out today? You can go hit up this calendar and it'll tell you. What else? So me, John, and Donnie are also covering Only Murders in the Building, the 2nd season. We're doing that like 2 or 3 episodes at a time. And then we're going to be beginning She-Hulk together when that drops in 2 weeks. And we're currently in the next 2 weeks finishing up, again, Me, Johnny, and Don. Me, Johnny, and Don. That's not their names. Me, Donnie, and John. Jesus Christ. Westworld. We're finishing Westworld. Was that everything? Oh, one more K-drama this month. Itaewon Class. That's me and Kaylee. We begin that in another week. And me and Sarah on the free show are covering House of the Dragon. Yeah, I don't think Sandman was meant to be free. I need to remove that. And I apologize, you guys. Because House of the Dragon is free. That's right. So yeah, go check out the schedule. Then below that, I have it lets you know a list of like which shows are ending in August. So of all those shows that I just mentioned, Inspector Ku and Westworld are the 2 that are ending in August. They don't go beyond that. And then I have coming soon, but not on the schedule, just so you know what's coming up. We still owe our premium folks the finale of the Spanish Money Heist. We are going to be beginning the next K-drama to replace either Itaewon Class or Tomorrow is Extraordinary Attorney Woo. That was a Patreon request. We're going to be covering 2 movies, one called Swan Song, one called Needle in a Time Stack. Those were also Patreon requests. Ted Lasso season 2, that will be kind of an overview podcast, one podcast covering the entirety of the 2nd season. I got into Ted Lasso kind of late, so and then another Patreon request was Ranking of Kings. It is an anime. If you notice, I did not list an anime this month. This is like the first month in like a year that we're not covering an anime on the podcast. But either, I think in September, we're going to be starting Ranking of Kings. That was a Patreon request, and that will be free. And that is me, John, and Kaylee, I believe. Yeah. So check that page, especially when a new month kicks off, because the coming soon will shift, you know, so that list at the bottom is really helpful, not just the calendar itself. And as noted at the bottom of the calendar, from now on, if you have feedback that you want read on the podcast, and that's any podcast, you have to email it now to feedback@projectfandom.com. That's how we're taking our feedback now. So that's it. Like, this is not so what are we recording this week? Hold on, let me pull up the schedule again, just so you guys know, to get your feedback in. So this is Sunday, August 7th. Again, I am publishing this like as soon as I'm done talking. I might not even put any music on this bitch, because this is not a real podcast, just so you know. I mean, I'm doing it weekly, but it's very laid back. Okay? Don't give me no shit. I'm just here to let y'all know what's going on, because I feel bad. Okay, so anyway, Sunday, August 7th, and then the podcast is going to come out, and you'll listen to it. And if you're listening to it, I don't know when you're listening to it, but I'm just like, you know, me and Donnie are recording Sandman season 1, episodes 3 and 4 later today before he goes to work. Paper Girls is already recorded. Episodes 2 and 3, we already recorded that. That comes out tomorrow. Westworld. So tonight's new episode of Westworld, Donnie and John and I record that on August 9th, Tuesday. And we record like 4 p.m. Pacific time. So do the maths. The show drops on Sunday. We record on Tuesday. So you got 2 days to watch it and get your feedback in to feedback@projectfandom.com. And then what else? Kaylee and I will be recording for tomorrow, season 1, episodes 3 and 4, probably on Wednesday, August 10th. And then that's it for this week. So if you have feedback that you want to get in for tomorrow or Westworld, you want to get that feedback in before Tuesday and Wednesday respectively. Tomorrow, Westworld, Tuesday. Well, yeah, that was all fucked up. Not respectively. Just Tuesday and Wednesday. You heard me, right? Okay. What else? Oh, actually, Kaylee and I might record for Itaewon class this week as well, because we want to get ahead. All of it is available now on Netflix, so yeah, we're probably gonna like do massive binge watch record like that, so we can be a bit ahead of the game. Anything else coming up this week that you should know about? I think that's it. Yeah, so thank you guys for listening. If you have requests in the future for shows that you would like us to cover, you can also send that to feedback@projectfandom.com. I'm checking that email very, very regularly, and as you can see, August is pretty packed. We do have some stuff on the schedule for September. A lot of the shows that I mentioned in August are continuing through September. Plus, we are starting Ranking of Kings then. But beyond that, again, always up to talk about great TV, what you're watching. We want to know. We want to watch too and watch with you and discuss it with you. So get those suggestions in to feedback@projectfandom.com. And I am mostly always on Twitter. If you need me, at author Nina Perez. If you want to put in requests or you have anything to let me know about the podcast or the website, you can reach out to me that way as well. And I believe that is it. I have to go now. It is hot as Satan's asshole in this room, and I can't take it anymore. I need to go into a room with AC and rewatch these episodes of The Sandman so I can take notes and be ready to record when Donnie wakes up. I hope you guys have had a really great weekend. I did. It was really nice. Spent a lot of time with my family, hung out with my kiddos, and I hope that you guys have a really great week. I'm going to try really hard to as well. And I will talk to you on the podcast.